Hello Year 8, welcome to Mr. Green's Shed, and I hope you're all coping with the work at home, and we'll be back at school before we know it. Anyway, a few of you have messaged saying they're not so sure about how to do this Hindu assessment, so I just thought I'd talk you through. I am aware that some groups have got different points, and it really is a case of at the moment we do what we can. If you haven't done it, you haven't done it, although nothing to stop you researching a bit more. So the first part of the assessment, both of my groups have done this, but I'm not sure about everybody else. Reread the work you've got. If you've taken your book home, that's easy. If not, then let's move on. So the question is, how do beliefs about God affect the life of Hindus today? In Year 8, what we should really be thinking of is not just the theory of the scriptures and everything else, but what do people do? If they believe this, they do that. And that's what this is all about, looking at the gods. So we started with looking at the Trimurti, Brahman and Brahma and Vishnu and Shiva, the creator, the destroyer, and the preserver, not necessarily in that order, of course. And people believe in those gods. People believe in, of course, there's one God, but these are different aspects of those gods. So we focus particularly then on Ganesha, and what we looked at in my class, certainly, and you should have in yours, is the idea of symbolism, how there's lots of images to do with Ganesha, or all the gods for that matter, and things that represent other things and show what is positive and what is good. So we look at Ganesha and we see things, for example, there's a mouse or a rat, and the mouse is symbolic of desire, and the fact that it's underneath Ganesha shows that Ganesha rides on the back of desire. So how does that affect the life of Hindus? Well, they see desire as not a good thing. Desire causes greed and everything else, and suppressing desire is very important to Hindus, as one example. So there you go. What else can you see in there? For example, Ganesh has big ears to show that listening is really, really important, for example. Lots of symbols there. So if you've got them in your lesson, all well and good. If you haven't, then Google is your friend. So this slide again kind of summarizes what I just said about different aspects of what Ganesh shows to show what people do. Always link belief and action. Someone believes this and therefore they would do that. So how do you think a Hindu might behave if Ganesh is something that they follow? Okay, so a couple of paragraphs there, and then we get on to the story of Shiva and water. Now, if you haven't done this, it's pretty straightforward actually, and a little bit of research will help you. Again, if you've not done it in class and you can't understand it fully, then don't worry. But if you can, just remember the story of Shiva. I'm saying the wrong god. I'm talking about Shiva. I should be talking about Ganga, of course. And Ganga is the goddess that watered the gardens of heaven. And in simple terms, the earth was on fire. The earth was on fire with the souls of the dead. And Brahma ordered Ganges to come down to earth in the form of a huge torrent, and which she did. But unfortunately, the torrent was so powerful that it was not just going to put the fires out, it was going to wash away the world. So Shiva, like he does, stuck his head in the way, and the water bounced from 7 different directions off the crown of Shiva to form the 7 great rivers of India. And the river Ganges is thought of by Hindus as a goddess, and therefore what they do about respecting that water and the importance of water in Hinduism is, again, is another symbol about how somebody lives their life according to their belief. So there you go. Have a go if you've done it. I've got lots of you have submitted it by email. Please don't send me any more emails. Please submit it here on Teams, and then I can mark it and get back to you. So I hope it's going well. I hope you're coping. Always message me. Always ask me if you're not sure. Obviously, I don't teach all of Year 8, so please, those that are not in my class, if you contact your IY teacher specifically, they're all good. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon.